Reese's studio.
Get out of here.
Right. So we will be ready to go.
That's what I want to hear.
We're live now, by the way.
Oh, we're ready. Tucker's on point today.
Never a doubt.
Not like most days. All right.
Never a doubt.
All right, here we go. Yo, it is another edition of the IO's podcast, sponsored by Miller Lite, official sponsor of the Philadelphia Phillies. Tastes like Miller time. Philadelphia, celebrate responsibly as expected. Win the first two, lose on Sunday, heading into IO's pod. I mean, we're back. I mean, that is this. I know. Take the first two, blow the last, lose it in a frustrating, make me stay up late to do it. The whole thing. It felt like the Phillies to me this weekend. Jack, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing good. I feel okay about the baseball team.
That's good.
Yeah,
good.
We live with 2 or 3.
Yeah,
we'll always live with 2 or 3.
This is our ethos. Is what
we
we've
don't
done.
need.
Yeah.
8-game winning streaks are fine.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Sweeps? What?
Yeah,
yeah.
You did enough of that.
Yeah.
Like a nice little. Just play good baseball.
Yeah.
Last night was frustrating. Last night was so like it was such a game that had they not been 41-18, 41-19, I would have been way more worried about.
Oh my God. It would have been like, especially with the Marsh injury, which we'll get to, but like the injury happening and the way they lost the game, if it was like, to go to 2 games above 500, we would be like, oh God, this is the start of something bad.
No, I know. It was that. It was the pinch hitting situation, which like I feel like the JT thing is definitely just mentally don't even put your head into the
very
game.
Clearly. You can't come in and just hit a fly ball. Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
And when he's asked, he's like, did you even think about it? He's like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He was never going to touch the field.
If they weren't as good as they were record-wise, it would have driven me crazy. And what would have driven me the most crazy is having 3 lefties at the top of your lineup so that you could easily be pretty much shut down late into it.
Yeah. Which he's done it a couple times. He did it last time he did it. I think we were potting and you're like, what a flex by Rob Thomson. It's a bad move. Like, it's
a bad move.
Bad. We saw it play out poorly for this team.
Again, I feel like he does this to say to people, "Oh, you don't want me to do left, right? Oh, you think we can?" Again, I think
you're the pettiness that you ascribe to Rob Thomson is, I love it.
I know he doesn't seem petty. He doesn't exactly scream Rob Thomson. I'm Mr. Petty, but in my head, petty Rob Thomson is there at all times.
Yeah, well, that with Taiwan thing, you've got the, just letting him out there to die, the whole thing. Yeah.
By the way, happy anniversary. Rob Thomson took over today.
Yes. What a moment. Changed the course of the franchise.
One of the biggest moments of franchise history, you could argue. If Girardi...
what, by the way, where the hell is Girardi? What the hell happened to him?
Well, he's doing some Cubs games.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean, though? Like, before he was the Phillies manager, he was managing a fair amount. He was always in the discussions for the new jobs. Yes, managing, it's a thing. He was on TVs all over the place, and all of a sudden he's like just gone. Did it ruin his career? The Phillies then? Is he just done?
I don't think he's ever gonna get like a coaching job.
Pretty crazy.
It's pretty bad. Even Gabe got back in.
I know, like immediately.
Yeah, no, it's something. It's wild. Had they not fired Joe Girardi, I mean, I just wonder what the current Phillies team looks like. Obviously, we don't have the 22 run. We don't have the World Series run, but also they probably ship out some players. I mean, they probably change the core up a little.
Oh, bit. Yeah, I think they do.
And Rob Thomson's definitely not the manager. Like, if Girardi just...
Without a doubt, he's not the manager.
And if they didn't do it early, like, they could have done it in August, right? But that's not enough sample size to say, we got to bring Rob Thomson back.
Totally.
I mean, they doing it as early as they did. Again, it was the night after you guys had a night at the ballpark.
Oh yeah, buddy. We I'm not going to say we did it, but we did it.
And John Middleton was...
We told John Middleton weren't happy with Joe Girardi.
Was taking in what the fans were saying.
Like, callers were going up and being like, when are you firing Joe Girardi? I couldn't believe it. It was almost like uncomfortable to watch.
And what's so funny is that I've never been a huge fire the manager guy, just because I think that you watch their moves and it's like a coin flip most of the times. Like, it was the first manager I've seen actively hold back.
Dude, we talked about on the pod so much. Like even from obviously his in-game moves and his decision-making, the lack of refusal to play young players and to let guys grow and all that. But even I think the biggest thing that we kind of forget about that you brought up so many times was like just the lifeless clubhouse, the fact that it seemed like they were like unhappy playing for him, and the atmosphere that he fostered seemed like so depressing and not fun. And he was bad in game, but he was bad all around.
I think the thing that, and not to turn this into a remembering the Joe Girardi era Phillies, was like he seemed so checked out of being like there was no passion for anything. Like, when Angel Hernandez retired, everyone's like sharing the Schwarber video of him going nuts on him on Sunday Night Baseball, which is a great moment.
Oh, it's great.
And Girardi didn't get thrown out after that.
Unbelievable. We talked about it in the moment. I remember vividly. We're like, where is he? He's like, like he barely even came out of the dugout. It felt like,
He like walked out like Angel. What are you doing?
Yeah. Especially because like that's one of the rare. I think it's rare that you see a guy get thrown out, argue for both sides. Like I don't ever remember. Like Schwarber was like, "You're screwing it up for them. You're screwing it up for us." Like everyone's getting, like he was like that was an all-time apoplectic. I am going off because of like the sanctity of the game here. And Girardi's like, "Wait, what's going on? What happened, Kyle? What's going on over there?" It's like, he wasn't even paying attention.
Never talk to players. And that's the value of Rob Thomson. Rob Thompson's been here for now the manager for, I guess, 700 plus days.
Look at you. Wow.
700 plus days. So dramatic. So dramatic.
It is.
But the biggest thing he's brought to this team is just a level of trust and saying you're professionals, go be professionals. And I don't think that was Joe Girardi. So it's of all the things going on right now with all like the trip down memory lane, get the Rhys thing tonight, which I can't wait for, and Girardi firing, like it's a good little throwback to when things were shaky around here.
It's a great point. It is wild to think especially with like how many moments there have been over the last couple of years. I mean, we talked about that first playoff run, the 2022 run, and even last year during the playoffs, we're like, it's kind of insane how many things happened in that 2022 run, that moments that we can point to and remember and all that. And then last year as well. And the whole thing, like and now sitting here with the start they've had, it's crazy to think that it was only 2 years ago that we were like down as low as we could be like we thought the Girardi era was going to work. Like the disaster of it all, yet again, they're collapsing. Like like how much it's changed in 2 years and really like a year and a half, really since they made the playoffs in 2022. It is wild how we feel about this team, how much we love this team, the connection we have with this team, as opposed to what it was just 2 years ago.
Yeah, when no one was paying
Exactly. We disliked them, like actively disliked the way they went about their business.
Yeah. And it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
I like this more.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Big fan of this.
Tell you what, Girardi was a big swing and a miss. I was very excited about Girardi. It's like, oh man, accountability, and he's fired up.
We were all pumped.
And he's gonna yell at the umpires all the time. He's gonna bring goodness. Just a big old.
It's funny because I was about to say, well, look at it this way. At least Joe Girardi brought us Rob Thomson, but he didn't. Gabe did, so it didn't even matter. Like we actually got him because of Gabe, so I can't even give him that.
Do you think if Rob Thomson was the manager of the Yankees, they would have a World Series appearance since 2009?
Ooh, I like what you did there.
It's good saying. Who would you rather have?
I mean, than Aaron Boone. Is that what we're talking about? Girardi? Yeah, it's not even a question. Come on.
So, yeah. And so I look forward to Rhys's return tonight.
I like that. Look at you. You're sentimental Jack. I will say your tweet this morning was like on the edge of like
Seltzer-ish?
Little Seltzer-ish. Yeah, like, oh wow. We love him so much. It's such a magical
it is
ballpark tonight.
It is.
You could almost hear a tear coming down your cheek as you
I was stuck in traffic. So there was definitely there's a different kind of tear.
Oh, it was good.
No, like it's okay. I have struggled with being vulnerable in this, the hardened media guy.
Yes.
Man, when you think of tough, hard-nosed
it's you.
coverage.
Yes.
This
guy. Big J guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
It's this guy. And to fully admit, tweet was a little thirsty. 100%. 100% thirsty.
Yeah.
But 100% on the point too. Like
it was I agreed with it.
Like we never were able to really say goodbye to Rhys.
Mm-hmm.
And he never got his 1 year send off. I remember when we were talking heading into that in that spring training time, it was like, man, he's gonna go out like Pat Burrell. He's gonna have that 1 year where he gets to ride off in the sunset as a World Series champion. He has the ACL. He comes out when they get the ring ceremony, and he gets a nice ovation there. It's an emotional day. You feel bad for him. And then we have the first pitch to start the postseason, which was a magical moment. It really was. Honestly,
arguably, I mean, other than the stare down maybe in the slam, like one of the 2 or 3 best moments of the entire postseason last year.
God, had they gotten it done,
I
it
know.
would have been the perfect kickoff to the postseason.
Exactly.
It would have been special. So this is our chance to kind of say goodbye to Rhys. And he was a polarizing figure here during the down periods when people were paying attention, but they're mad all the time. He was our first hope, 2017. I know Nola was here already, but like position players are more fun generally.
And also he came up and hit 18 homers in 50 games or whatever it was, so.
It was ridiculous. There was like, is he better than Aaron Judge?
Remember that
conversation out there. And was he up and down? Yeah, he was up and down. Is he a flawed player with the defense? Yeah. Did he let Verlander off the hook in Game 5? He did. You want to bring up the error? I'll bring up the at bat.
Yeah.
So
both awful. Both horrendous moments.
Yeah. But I love what Rhys and Jamie brought to the city. And I always think about how he took being the face of the Phillies very seriously. Before Bryce got here, he was in that home run derby down there, and he was like, I want to go represent the Phillies. And he did. And I think he always represented the Phillies in a very high class way. And it's really the first time that, we never got to see Segura come back, because we saw Segura come back. That's not true. Segura did play here. But Rhys obviously has a little bit more sweat equity as a Philly. So I'm planning on going.
Ooh.
Planning on going.
Look at you.
Only issue is we're off the air at 6:01:40. And
I like that he gave us the that's a lead. He's the producer right there. Yes, the heart out right there. Yes,
very specific.
Yes, it is.
And I'm sorry for everyone involved.
Trust me, you're speaking my language here, buddy. I knew exactly what you were doing there.
But I'm gonna have to get off the air. I'm gonna have to get in the car. Probably sitting
right there.
45,000 people trying to get there tonight. I think like 44 at least.
The problem is if you make like the whole point of going is being there, and especially if bats early, he's gonna bat in the first inning.
I have to leave and go to final out at home.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough spot.
I know. I need them to if now they don't have Craig Counsell as their manager anymore. So whatever. Whoever the manager is of the Brewers now.
Some old guy.
Yeah. But if he could do me a solid and bat Rhys fifth.
Oh, there you go.
Like he has been.
Yeah.
He's been batting fifth since he's come back from the injury. Bat fifth, and then I need him to go 1, 2, 3 in the first.
I like that.
Yeah, maybe the Phillies. So
yeah.
I'm hoping to be there. I'm dying to be there. I want to be there. I'll try to be there.
Okay. I'm happy. That's good to know. I'm happy this is out there. And if you see Jack at the ballpark, say hi.
Yeah. But if you don't see me, it's because I'm probably in the car.
Yeah.
I probably hear Rhys coming up, and I'm like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So we have Zoe has gymnastics on Mondays from 6 to 6:40. So that's not awesome. And it's the night where the parents can come watch the gymnastics. So it's a big night in gymnastics tonight. So
that is huge.
Yeah. So
talk about that.
Yeah.
With 5-year-old.
Yes.
gymnastics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This will be a night that we talk about for years to come. So
are you gonna miss the Rhys
No,
moment?
of course not. I told Emily I'm leaving like 5 minutes early. I'll sit in the car and listen to it, and then I'll watch it later. But I'll listen I would obviously like to be able to watch it, but it is what it is. But I'll sit in the car, listen to the whole thing, and then I'll watch it.
Are we getting Seltzer tears tonight?
Bye bye.
It kind of feels Seltzer tears.
Look, I think
if you cried over freaking Luke Williams,
yeah,
I need Rhys tears.
Yeah, right.
I need Rhys.
But it's too early in the night. You gotta wait till I'm like really tired at the end of the night for the tears.
Then you're thinking about bed.
Yeah, it's exactly. I'm like crying because I get to go to bed. I'm like, God, you did it. I think what you said, you used a word when talking about Rhys, and it's just the word that sticks out to me is hope. Like he was the first time it felt like we had hope. I mean, he was like the first fun thing we talked about on our podcast. High hopes. Like Rhys Hoskins was probably the first truly exciting baseball action that we got to talk about on the IO spot. Seriously, and it just felt like that he was that first, shining light of potential to bring us out of the 66 wins, the doldrums, the sadness that was that 5-year stretch essentially from 13 to 18 or whatever. He was hope, man, and to your point, he embraced it. He was the face of the team. He always stood up and answered the questions and all that type of stuff. And it felt like to your point with Jamie and the whole thing, like it felt like he truly became a part of Philadelphia. And it felt like, especially when we got to the playoffs and obviously the bat slam, that and Bedlam, the 2 greatest homers of our lifetime, certainly of this run and all that. And it felt like of all the guys on the team, because he was here so long, because he had waited so long to get there, like it felt like as close to one of us being out there and having a moment as it could be. Cause it was like he wanted to make the playoffs so bad too. He wanted to make the playoffs in that uniform, in that stadium. He always talked about it. He's like, I hear so much about how great the playoffs are here. I just want to experience it. Like he said that so many times before going in. It was really special that he got to experience, that he got to have that moment, got to be a part of that. Obviously wish he had been part of it last year, but I think for someone who's not a Hall of Famer, not like a all-time franchise great, Rhys Hoskins holds a pretty special place in Phillies history. You know what I mean?
Are we starting the Rhys Hoskins Wall of Fame?
I mean, he'll get in, right? I mean,
I don't think he's gone.
He's probably not there. Yeah, honestly, I suppose, especially the hard part is like this team keeps like kind of doing what they're doing, right? We're gonna have a lot of names that got to get on there. So
Real Muto Wall of Famer. Harper, hopefully jersey retired.
Yes. I mean, Nola
is
Lockwall. I mean, Nola could get his jersey retired if he ends. I mean, he could end his career as the leader in like everything for the franchise, other than like wins and stuff. Yeah, of course. That ain't happening. Robert Roberts, Steve Carlton, they're not getting touched.
I think he's at 94 wins, so he'll probably hopefully get to 100 this year. But he moved in the top 10 in wins.
Yeah,
for Nola. So Nola Wheeler.
I mean, Ranger. We'll see where his career goes, but I mean, he certainly could end up on the Wall of Fame.
Gassy?
I mean, yeah, oh God.
Gassy?
No, but Schwarber,
Alvarado.
Not,
Hold on, man. I will do the Schwarber campaign. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
By the way, bit of a cold start to June Schwarber.
I know. What's going on?
Well, he leased it all in May.
Again,
this is what everyone wanted. You all wanted your little singles. And for him not to show up until May.
What's next? Some home runs.
What's next for Schwarber? He's going to get a hit before the NLCS? I mean, this is a disaster. This Schwarber season, not to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Yeah, 41-19. Seems to be playing out okay.
Disaster.
Yeah, it is wild, though. It's been jarring. Yeah. It's like I keep expecting him to, do something.
Yeah. Well, it shows you never have confidence in anything.
That's right. Yes. Everything will let you down. There's nothing that you can count on.
Everything will let you down.
Yeah, things that you think you can count on, you can't.
Yeah. So Schwarber's a lock Wall of Famer, and I will.
Oh, stop, Bohm. I mean, if we're talking down the road,
I know. Aiden Miller. Well, Aiden Miller's got his number retired, so do not.
Yeah, it's a distinction. It's an important distinction.
Here's a big one.
Ooh,
Jose Alvarado.
I mean, he's on the path.
That play last night
unbelievable.
Was the greatest.
Great play.
I love Jose
and just the reaction. I mean, he is so fun, dude. He is like
so hype.
The joy that he has out there. Yeah, I mean, like that. He's got the best, like celebrate, pumps it tight into himself and gets all jacked up.
Every time I watch Alvarado celebrate, again, bad at living the moment. I just think about him closing out a World Series.
What is wrong with you?
I know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Enjoy a moment, man. Enjoy a moment.
Absolutely
he will be. That would be the all-timer.
Oh my God, he rips his shirt.
Yeah,
right?
he would have been. Yeah, it'll be. It will absolutely be shirt, wrestling, the whole thing. Yeah, it'll be great.
Now I'm thinking about them. Now I'm thinking about them dogpiling after winning the World Series, and this is the worst thing.
You're not getting ahead of yourself.
No, it's the worst. I'm trying to. You know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine what JT does.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine what Harper does.
I know.
Remember the reactions, like Howard running in.
Of
Utley
course. The lidge to the knees, the whole thing. Yeah, of course.
Please.
I know. Let's
please
rein it in. All right, rein it in here.
Who has the best celebration if they do win?
Oh my God, what are we doing, Tucker? What are we doing here?
I know. We're already down this path. Marshy, dude, imagine Marsh.
Marsh would be pretty damn good. Yeah, I think Marsh is like Marsh might like jump over the pile in his excitement, like running from center field. Exactly, but like he might like literally.
Are you? Ooh, you get ahead of yourself.
Little Freudian slip there.
Ooh.
He's gonna jump over the pile, like literally, like just miss it and like totally over.
I could see Stubbsy like jumping on a trampoline.
I like that. Like at a basketball game, like halftime, they'll do like, I like that. This is good. I like where your head's at.
Stubbs gonna be on top.
Yeah,
like he's at the top of the dog pile. Yeah. That's where Garrett Stubbs.
So as we start June for Phillies baseball, right? Yes, some good. It's good. Yeah. So Marsh. Speaking of Marsh,
I know.
Maybe we should not talk about Marsh in the pile at the end of the season. Let's talk about the next month to 6 weeks. He's probably not going to be playing. Yeah. That was annoying, and that was one that definitely look. You never know with soft tissue, and some guys heals quick and stuff. But look, it's exactly 1 month today since Turner went down. Had the setback, still isn't back. at least in the moment, the Marsh one looked worse. He certainly looked to be in more pain than Trey was when his was.
I did not know Trey was hurt until he was
Exactly. It was
out of
like
the game.
did the slide popped up. Well, it was like fine. And then they're like, wait, why is Trey out of the game? What's going on? Yeah, but
No, the
like
Marsh one
Marsh,
was
it was
bad.
like immediately come get me. Like, yeah.
And you saw, I mean, they went back. The camera work showed he was kind of grimacing on first base right before that. So he obviously popped something, which isn't great, which is not great. I guess I was there's so much confidence in this team to where I'm like, well, I kind of want to see it David Dahl. Like
David, he's been raking, buddy.
He's been really good in AAA.
Yeah.
Now,
we are both David Dahlman.
Oh,
long
for sure.
David Dahlman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His 2019 All-Star game, they're going to make a movie about. It was magical. I believe it compared him to I believe I said he's a Ted Williams, of course, at one point. So we've long been David Dahlsman for sure.
Yes, we are.
Sure.
Yes.
So they'll probably bring him up. And Rob Thomson did say after the game last night, how does this make you feel, sports fans, that Whit Merrifield just needs more playing?
I heard that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I am so disappointed in the Whit thing.
He's been horrible.
I know.
And
dude, his pop up to first base last
oh
night.
my God.
It was so feeble. I was like, hold on, that has a chance to drop.
Yeah.
And then it's just like Goldschmidt.
He has been, I mean, it's, and like, I know what Thompson's saying, and Whit Merrifield's talking about. It's like, I'm used to playing every day, and then I got to get used to this. It's like, bro, I mean, he is.
Mundo Sosa too would say that.
Yeah, it was a 940 OPS over there or whatever. Like, yeah, Whit has been a massive disappointment. I mean, he's been like, people want Cody Clemens on the roster. Cody Clemens outplayed him. He should be on the roster ahead of him right now. Like, he won't be, but that's where we're at with Merrifield.
And let's get this disclaimer out of the way. They're not making a trade right now.
No.
Like it's early.
No.
It's really, really early. Unless it's like for like a marginal player. You're not getting like a real player.
Nope.
Right now. Like Taylor Ward's gonna have to wait a little bit. Now. Like we'll get Taylor Ward here. Don't you worry.
Taylor Ward, but I'm fully in on Taylor Ward.
He's the name that, like, can't you just feel it?
Yeah.
Like, can't you just feel a Michael Mercado for Taylor Ward trade?
Send
it in.
Yeah, send it in. It's gonna happen. Why wait 2 months? Just do it. Do it now.
Do it right now.
Yeah.
Just do it right now.
Yeah.
And no one knows who he is.
No, which is perfect. He's
great.
Yeah. He's good. He's a good hitter.
He's really good.
Yeah. Nice right-handed stick. Let's go.
Yeah. Now I don't want to get ahead of myself and say he's really, really, really good, because then he's gonna come back here and not be great.
Right.
And then people are gonna say,
yes.
you're an idiot. So I don't need that in my life. But David Dahl will be here.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what David Dahl can do.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of cause for pause, because JK was hitting like 346 at this time last year in AAA, and Dahl's only 310. So
you're right. That's an important comment.
it is an important thing to bring up.
You got to remember that.
But I have confidence in David Dahl. Just needs a shot. So we'll see. This team's in such a good rhythm that even like an injury, I'm just like, well, they'll probably figure it out.
Yeah, look, the much more concerning moment this weekend was when Ranger got hit, obviously, and was holding the wrist, going on for the hand. It's like, oh no, what did he break? Like, obviously dodging the bullet there. That is, if you had to choose one or the other, love you, Brandon, like Ranger being okay was the much bigger positive news out of it.
I just love the breakdowns in the clubhouse of what Ranger was doing. Like he popped out from underneath the ping pong table.
I know. I was like, what?
And he was like hiding his arm and like playing with the reporters.
I
like,
know.
He's such a joy.
He is
such a joy. So
he really is.
I would not pitch him in London. Like, just give him. They have a nice stretch here where they have like 4 off days.
Easily said for someone who's not going to be in London.
No, you're getting Taiwan, pal.
So yeah. All right. So this is my first take of the pod. I said I had a few takes for you, and I might even throw one in the vault later. By the way, my White Sox take coming back around, baby. Okay. 11 straight losses. Let's go.
They lost
11 straight.
Wow.
Yes, they're back on pace for like 40 wins. We're back. So here's my take, and the ghosted David Stern needs to come back, or even Roger Goodell would do it. Like, the Phillies should be told they can't start Taiwan Walker in London. This is a national, this is an international. Your sport is on the international stage. This is such a big deal. It's a game in London. We're trying to, in the London games. I'm saying this is such a big deal. It's on a different time. The whole thing, like Major League Baseball. If Rob Manfred had any stones, which we know he doesn't, he would go and say, you're not allowed to start Taiwan Walker. We are putting our game on display for the world in this big game in London that matters. Like, sorry, Zach Wheeler's starting that game. Like, I honestly, You think Roger Goodell, if Roger Goodell were in charge of MLB, would let Taiwan Walker start? Would David Stern, if it were basketball, let Taiwan Walker start that game? 0% chance. For the good of the sport. And yes, I'm going, and I might be biased. But seriously, like, this is the London games. You can't start Taiwan freaking Walker. No. Step in. It's time to step in, Major League Baseball.
Are you turning this into an international conflict?
Yeah, maybe. Sure. Yeah, I'll freaking bring the war back if we want. Like, Revolutionary War time.
Yeah.
If I have to.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
What are you willing to negotiate in the negotiations
Like
with Britain?
we can give them the
You have tea. You can have your tea back.
Yeah, they can
we'll
take,
get it
like,
out of the.
they can take Wyoming or something. I don't care.
Oh,
Idaho or something like that. I don't know.
Come on.
Okay.
Good
South Dakota? Can we give up South Dakota?
North Dakota.
Keep Rushmore? Okay. North Dakota. There we go.
Mount Rushmore's in South Dakota.
I know.
Can't give up Mount Rushmore.
I know.
What would we do on sports radio without Mount Rushmore? That's the big question. That's the big question. So the Taiwan thing, he's just really not fun to watch.
He's so not fun to watch, dude.
But it's funny. All right. So here's my thing. Has he reached, like, on what level has Taiwan reached? Is it Eaton? Is it Arrieta? Those are the first two that come to mind.
Yeah,
when I'm watching Taiwan.
It's the same level. It's the same. It's right there. But think about this. Arrieta, at least. Like, Arrieta had to pitch on bad team, like, mediocre teams or whatever. Like, they keep coming. What if this team weren't 41-19? Can you imagine the Heat would be lobbing it to, like, Taiwan is getting off so light right now because this team's freaking awesome, and he's still getting crushed like he should. I mean, he is a disaster out there. To your point, I don't remember, honestly, like, Mike Morin is the last Phillies pitcher I remember watching and being like, you know what, maybe I could hit it. And I couldn't. I know that, but, like, that's how bad Taiwan looks. It looks like every pitch a freaking meatball. Like, I can't believe he doesn't give up 10 runs a game.
He doesn't need to get let off the hook. But hold on, he kind of figures it out in the 4th through 6th innings as they're already down. The Alec Burleson home run last night was, because Alec Burleson mostly stinks.
Yeah, and also had a chance I saw your tweet after, but I was already thinking it. Like, I had a chance to join the all-time enemies of Philadelphia list, with the Ranger thing. But then,
Alec Burleson?
Yeah. That's what I mean. He's the one who hit it at Ranger. Like, he had a chance. Like, if Ranger broken wrist or something, it's like Alec Burleson, enemy number one.
You know me, right?
Yes.
The listeners know me. I'm a bitsman.
Yes, we do.
As I
like
believe
your core thing about you. Yeah.
I believe I said on this podcast that life is a bit.
You have said it many times. Yes.
And much like jokes, much like when you have to explain a joke, it means the
nothing
joke's
worse. Nothing worse. Yep.
It's tough. Especially when you get stuck on the air having to tell a joke. I just want to
devastating.
Crumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Devastating. It's a devastating life moment.
And I feel like I have to explain the John Lannon bit. Because
did you get a lot of people like, what are you talking about?
I don't know who that is. Yeah. First off, he was a Philly at one point.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right.
And while I know it's bad having to explain the bit, I'm not giving up the Lannon list bit because I like it.
It's a great bit. I mean, it's a hilarious bit.
I like the Lannon list.
Yeah, me too.
So
I'm a fan of the Lannon list. It's even alliterative, like, it's alliterative there, the Lannon list. Like, it just sounds like important.
It does sound important. The Lannon files.
Sure.
That sounds important too. So for I guess the younger audience, which is I can't tell if I like that I'm starting to get like that I can remember stuff that people that were born
welcome aboard, big dog.
They were born in 2004.
Yeah, welcome to my world, big dog.
Can't know if I like it or not, but I like this. So in 2007, John Lannon pitched inside and broke Chase Utley's hand, thus costing him the MVP because he would have won the MVP that year. Not Rollins. Love Jimmy Rollins. But Utley was batting like 330 before he broke his hand. It was a ridiculous run. So Lannon broke his hand, and now every pitcher or player that hurts a beloved Philly,
like Blake Snell, made the list.
Genesis
Cabrera made the list.
Trent Thornton in spring training
Trent Thornton.
when he threw at Bryce Harper. Yeah. And I count this one. No one else counts this one, but I count it. Ryan Yarbrough hitting Mickey Money.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. But, I mean, who knows where Mickey's career could have gone here? I mean, it was coming off, some say the greatest spring training that any player's ever had.
Yeah, no, he is Mr. Spring Training.
That wasn't my words. That's what people around the game were saying.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So that's the Lannon list, the John Lannon
Good
list. For anyone that is confused as to why you're bringing up a middle 2000s Nationals pitcher.
Yeah, who's no one's ever heard of.
Who most people have never heard of. It is when a Philly gets hurt and we have to blame someone.
Yep.
And Alec Burleson nearly made the list.
I was ready to put him right on there.
Number
Freaking
one.
bullet.
Number
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
So that did not help Taiwan's 515 batting average against his splitter,
Oh,
the
God.
Alec Burleson home run.
Was it off the splitter?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Jeez
it
Louise.
was. Or maybe it was the corner one. Either one.
All right.
One of them were
How
off the splitter.
for like, obviously, if guys get hurt or this, that, but like, how much longer do you think the Taiwan thing's a thing? Seriously, like, do you think Taiwan's going to just be taking every fifth day if he's healthy? Or do you think there's going to be a point where they're like, let's just say he keeps doing exactly what he's doing. Do you think that at a point they'll be like, all right, enough of this?
All-star break.
Yeah.
All-star break.
Okay.
I think they'll give him time. They gave Eaton a lot of starts in 08. I was looking up
a shocking amount of starts.
his game logs, and I was like, man, they really pitched at him Eaton
a lot of
in 2008. So I think they'll give him time. The thing that it drives me nuts is this whole idea that if Spencer Turnbull pitches, like his arm's gonna fall off.
Oh, I know.
It's like either he's got a pitch or he can't. Like it's gonna happen. Whatever. Like you can't just baby him through the entire season.
Well, and especially when he's freaking locked in,
dude.
man.
He is.
Like, baseball's a game of runs, a game of streaks. Like we just talked about Rhys Hoskins, like the all-time game of streaks guy. Like when Rhys Hoskins is locked in, are you ever gonna sit him? No. When a pitcher's locked in, like get what you can out of it. Like his arm might not last all year. That happens.
Well, so I guess they could just say, all right, All-Star break, and then at that point you have the end of July, August. So you have like 2.5 months to where maybe he manages innings a little better. It was good to see that outing on Saturday because I had this fear of like, okay, they moved into the bullpen
and he
now
couldn't go. See him go 4 1/3 or whatever.
Exactly, like and still have the stuff. I mean,
he had the stuff. Buddy.
His stuff pops.
His stuff pops. Like whatever else you want to say, like the stuff plays, man.
It does.
It does.
It does. And it's about time I got one thing right.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been fighting. You know what I mean?
You've been really plugging away.
We've been grinding to get some things right. And I feel pretty vindicated that Spencer Turnbull's good. I do. And it's nice that it's happening here. We don't have to,
yes.
Would he even make the Tigers? I'm not turning us into a Tigers pod. Now they'd send down Casey Mize.
Casey Mize. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
God, Rhys Olsen.
Tough left start for Rhys Olsen. Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty's been really good.
Been great.
If the Phillies needed a starter, I'd be pushing for the Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, that would have been a nice flyer to take.
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty.
Well, it's okay though. We have Taiwan taking down innings.
This is great.
I love that. There's also this thing. It's like, well, listen, man. He's doing what a 5-starter should do. Is take. It's like he's being paid $74 million, $72 million.
I know.
I could have paid Turnbull.
I know.
We did pay Turnbull.
$2 million.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like I get it. Who's valuable? Taking down innings. Like we don't have to do this fake smart thing with Taiwan. He's not good.
Yeah.
He's not good. He's a drain to watch. Looks like he hurts when he walks.
Dude, he does look like he's like
stretch. Does he stretch?
Walks like he's kind of like got to take a dump all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of tight, thing. Yeah, it's not great.
No, it's not.
He doesn't scream athlete when I watch Taiwan.
He's a great athlete though.
I know
he's a
basketball
player.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He does not look like he.
You know who else was a great basketball player? Nick Foles.
It was. Foles could play, buddy.
Allegedly.
Yeah. You saw those videos, right?
I just don't. I don't buy it.
You don't believe it?
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm backing on Foles. I told you that.
Thank God. It's pretty hard to be anti-Foles in Philadelphia. I feel like there are certain people who've just kind of like ascended to a certain plane, and you're just like, yeah, we all love that guy.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm back in.
I'm happy. That was a bad take by you. I'm happy to welcome you back. All right, get to the take back in a sec. Shout out to the Miller Lite account of the week. Today's show is sponsored by Miller Lite and the Fireside Bar and Grill and Ambler. Check out the Fireside for every Phillies game and enjoy a $4 Miller Lite aluminums. That's a good deal, along with Fireside's brick oven pizzas. Miller Lite's Phillies win. Celebrate responsibly. Fritzy, take back.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Have no fear. I did watch the entire Phillies game on Friday night.
Oh, thank God. So I already knew this. You texted me and you're like, do you think I'm watching? And I said, I hope not. And you're like,
I watched the whole thing. So the good part.
For those who might have not heard the last pod, Jack was at a bachelor party this weekend. And I was like, don't watch the Phillies. Bachelor party.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what the problem was? Mundo hit
the
a ball.
Phillies were on.
And Mundo hit a ball about 700 feet.
He
and I
did,
was like,
dude. He smoked that one.
I was like, you know what? I'm missing this.
Yeah,
I
can't miss it.
I can't miss this.
Mhm.
So I was just, but here's in my defense. Okay, I was watching on my phone on the porch.
That's okay.
But
That's okay.
It's tough. And I know you haven't been on a bachelor party in 20 years.
Not that.
but it's tough being the high school friends at a mostly college.
Oh yeah.
Once it was just me and my buddy,
Yeah.
and so I don't really know. I didn't know
I
anyone.
get it.
I didn't know
I get
anyone.
it. You're not a go make friends with everyone kind of guy either. You're not gonna like walk up to everyone in the room and be like, "Hey, I'm Jack. Nice to meet you."
Well, we did
You'll
that.
let them come to you. No, I know,
Exactly.
but I'm not saying you're not like, you know.
Plus, you set the tone early. Like,
Yeah. This is who I am.
I gotta watch this.
This is what I do.
So
Yeah.
they figured out who I was. So yes,
They got the real Jack Fritz.
I was engaged in conversations, but I was watching the game on my phone.
Good.
So
Work.
it was good. All right. Question.
Mm-hmm.
You have these two guys at the plate,
Mm-hmm.
and they both look like they just ripped the baseball. Like, who's coming up? Who's falling shorter, Rojas or Stubbs? Like, Stubbs hit that ball last night.
Oh, in terms of where it looks like it's
Yeah.
like, damn, he smoked it, and then the ball just dies. It's such a great point. And we've talked about this with Rojas. Same thing with Stubbs.
Yeah.
Like there's no velocity on their baseballs when they leave the bat.
Like Stubbs
Yeah.
hit that, and I was like, that might go.
That might go. Yeah, I do. It might still be Rojas actually. Like, but
But he has 2 home runs.
Rojas is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Stubbs just doesn't have as many chances though. He's gets, you know.
Gotta get more.
Yeah, it's
He's actually heating up,
Stubbs is legit heating up and still the best bunter on the team, by the way.
dude. That when they went back to back bunts,
So yeah, it was
I was
amazing.
like, that's baseball.
Amazing. I got like 3 texts like small ball. Yeah. You excited?
I actually was excited. I'm very pro
it was
bunt.
good stuff. Yeah, I am
Very
too.
pro bunt.
I am too. Yeah.
But yeah, Stubbsy. Like, I thought that ball was at least ripping off
The wall, minimum. It was like 10 feet short. I was barely made the warning track. I was like, what? Yeah. But to the point, it is nice. It is. I'm happy. Obviously, we're happy anyone on the Phillies is playing well, but I'm happy to see Stubbs get going a little bit because we were finally getting to the point where people were like, "We sure about Garrett Stubbs?" And it's like, yes. I don't care what he hits. We're sure. Nice to see him hitting, so we don't have to go through all that.
Well, and it's especially sickening from you because you used to just rip Andrew Knapp every single chance you got.
I did.
You
Yeah,
did.
I crushed Andrew.
But you just
Nappy.
let Stubbsy fly.
Nappy.
Yep.
I knew Garrett would come around. See, I trusted him. Trusted him to come through.
Accountability on this podcast
That's right. Yeah.
does not exist.
You delete that Dombrowski pod yet? By
Yeah,
the way,
Tucker.
Tucker, let's
We
just
told
make
you to
sure.
delete it.
Just get on that. All
I
right.
did find it.
You did?
I did find
Was it horrible?
It's
I've heard
fine,
heard people go back and listen to it, and they message me like, "Wow, you guys were really wrong."
as wrong as we've ever been. It's the
problem was-
most wrong I've ever been.
So to take you inside my mind during that
Are
podcast,
you sure about that?
yeah. Well, I was so like take committed that I didn't want Dave Dombrowski, and then when they signed him, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, might be a good thing. But I was already too far down the road of like of being anti Dombrowski.
Uh-huh.
So once again, just listen to us. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're always right.
Always right.
Yeah.
Important, I think, that Kirker went back to back. He had not done that yet.
Yeah, that's true.
He is looking.
He's also trusting the fastball.
I know.
Mhm.
About time. It's about time. You need to.
You've only been asking for it literally the moment he came up. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fastballs, now
What a segue.
we did save Sir Anthony Dominguez here, right?
Mhm.
Like we
saved him.
Yeah, 100%. Like, hey, you guys should do this. And they're like, all right, great idea. I don't know how we're like a year and a half into the Gregory Soto thing, and they can't develop a sinker with
Can
him.
you save him seriously? Because it's
bad.
infuriating.
And he's
it's
always
bad.
and he's always the 10th inning guy.
Yeah,
They're
I
0-4.
always 0-5.
0-5.
They're 0-5, which is pretty wild when you think about the fact they've only lost 19 games, that they've lost 5 in extra innings. It's wild. But yeah, he is. It's like, honestly, and I know you used him earlier in the game, but like I trust Jose Ruiz more. I'm at the point where I'd rather see Jose Ruiz come out in the 10th inning than Soto. You agree, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That should not be happening.
Yeah.
Teach him a sinker.
Yeah, well, it's so flat. Like, it's such a flat fastball. Like, it's the perfect example of, like, it doesn't matter how hard you throw.
Yeah,
Major
he
league
throws
hitters,
freaking hard. Yeah,
it's 99, like an easy 99.
Yeah.
They need to figure out some way to get some kind of sink to get him off the ground.
Mhm.
Like, I think he's worked on a cutter a little bit. The slider's pretty good. It's just like, if you can get a sinker there's a chance there for Gregory. So
Mhm.
until he learns it, you can't trust him.
Yeah.
You can't trust
You
him at all.
can't. Yeah.
So that's been frustrating. But Kirkring, like, clearly developing and developing into someone that I think we can kind of trust around.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's been big. By the way, breaking news from our buddy Tucker texting me. How about this? I did not think that he was that great in May comparatively, but Bryce Harper, player of the month in May.
oh wow,
/313, 407, 583 for the month of May. So shout out to Bryce.
it's good.
The National League Player of the Month.
Barreling towards his first All-Star.
Guess if he were American League, he would not be the Player of the Month, considering the month that Aaron Judge had. But otherwise, we'll take it.
Pretty good.
He's got like 17 homers.
Yeah.
Something.
I would love Phil's Yankees.
Dude, it's pretty fun. Like sadly,
Soto going to the Yankees is good for baseball. I told you that at the time.
Well, the problem is they might not re-sign him. I mean, you see what Steinbrenner.
I know,
dude.
Could you imagine that here?
No. Your name is Steinbrenner, man. Like, what a travesty. I hate the Yankees. It's great, like beautiful, but to your point, for the sport, it's better when the Yankees are good, and like more so, you can't be cheap if you're the Yankees. You can't. Like, that's just like, what are we doing here?
I know.
Yeah,
I know. They gotta see if Sosa can play left field.
Absolutely.
He can't play center. They tried that.
Yeah.
But at least go just see what it looks like.
Totally. Look at what Merrifield can hang out there. You're telling me
Exactly.
Sosa can't? He's a better athlete and a better fielder. Like,
exactly. I would like to see. I would like the.
I think at this one you have to, right? It's a must, because once Trey comes back, Trey's playing every day. Like, you can't have Sosa's bat just out of the line.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. At least until he cools off.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So I've had this thought for a while, and this is just like a general baseball thought. And playing obviously growing up, like, it sticks out too. It's pretty romantic, I guess, is the way to.
Nice.
It's a beautiful representative of the line. Like, how can you not be romantic about baseball?
Mm-hmm.
It always surprises me how, like, no matter what, the pitcher always beats the runner to first base.
I know.
It's like the perfect length to where they always get there before them, even when, like, they're off the side of the mound. And I'm always like, how do you always beat them there?
Yeah.
But
it's call by you.
It's a cool little thing.
Yeah.
It's a cool little thing. They always beat them there.
It's true.
It's the beauty of baseball.
Yeah. It's a good call. I
Thank
never
you.
really thought about it, but you're right. They do
always beat them there.
almost always beat them there. Yes.
And then final thing to take back. It's pretty wild how they are averaging the most runs in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think it's about 5+. And maybe this is more of a indicative of the entire sport. But it's not like they're having anyone go nuts.
Well, I think you hit it. Like, it's indicative of the sport. Have you looked at where the offensive numbers are this year? Like, it is like borderline, lower the mound situation we're at. Like, the league average is something like 240, I think, or something like that.
Bring back the juice balls.
Yeah, I mean, the Phillies are about like 256, and they're way above the league average. I mean, 20 years ago, the league average used to be 270 or whatever. I mean, it's like, it is insane where we are at from an offensive perspective. Like, just league wide, the numbers are worse than they've ever been.
Yeah, so that's good.
Hey,
that's good.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but because usually when you have that, like, some guys going nuts. Like, I did bring up the 2018 Red Sox. Like, JD Martinez batted .330 with 40 some home runs and 100 some RPI. Like,
exactly.
Like,
well, we
Mookie,
felt it was gonna be Bohm, but Bohm's cooled that off. I mean, Bohm's like under 900 OPS now.
We love Stott. He's batting .240.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah.
Where? Why?
Yeah. The whole team, really. I mean, because Harper's numbers are fine. Like, you look at him, it's like he's got a right around 900 OPS. Like, he's getting close there, but it's not like he's like MVP Bryce Harper right now. Now, granted, he just won Player of the Month, but you're so right. I mean, Cassie's been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rojas has been great with 2 outs and runners in scoring position.
Oddly,
the weirdest stats out there. Like, the numbers are pretty insane.
And by the way, I think the pirate patch over his eye to help track the baseball, like, I think it's actually helped.
Yeah, I think
he's made some diving catches that aren't bouncing
that catch, like that last night. That was a really nice catch. So, but I mean, he's been a
Marsh
mess.
has cooled off.
Marsh has cooled off drastically. I mean, it's really been like Sosa has been their best hitter.
Sosa's having an unbelievable hitting run, but it's like they're not getting that wow. Like, this guy's gonna hit 45. Like,
I mean, Schwarber we're talking about, even like Schwarber feels like he hasn't gotten going all year. Like, he's been better and not as bad, but at no point have I been like, oh man, like we're in the Schwarber thing. Like, he's gonna go nuts. Like, it is really strange. You're right. I think it's partially I think it's where the league's at. And I think, look, it's just another example of like, even in a year when pitching has been great, the Phillies pitching has been that much greater across the board.
That's what I am most mad about with Taiwan is that he's really hurting the Phillies.
He's ruining the whole
from
thing.
having like an all-time staff.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, like so here, well, you ready for another, I'm going to go with my second in the vault.
Okay.
Take. Now, this is a little harder to, like, it's kind of a little more, hard to pin down. And I don't even know if this is that bold, but I think at the end of the year and moving forward, we're going to look back and say that Strom, Hoffman, and Alvarado is the best trio of relievers the Phillies have ever had together, ever in the history of the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Madsen, Lidge, Romero.
That'd be the other one. I think these guys are better.
Well, and then when
I think these guys are just more talented. Like, I feel more confident with these guys going in every single time. Like, they are 3 superstars out there.
It hurts me with Madsen. I think Madsen
was great. Yeah.
Probably the most underrated player of that run. But yeah,
without a doubt.
It's been those guys are insane. And especially if you throw Kirkman in there.
Then you throw Kirkman in it, and then Sir Anthony last month's been pretty great.
And there could be a big trade for a reliever if they wanted to. Like,
sure.
The Bowden report of they're looking at outfielders is fine. It's just like I don't know what the outfield bat is that like people there's no Pence.
So no, I mean I think it's like a and he wouldn't be available, but like who the kind of guy is? It's Adam Duvall, right?
Yeah,
like,
come on.
Let's be honest, right? That's the type of guy like Mark Canha, like it's like those type of guys where it's like a bench guy. Like you're looking for a platoon dude who can give you some right-handed, at bats when you need him.
Yeah, Taylor Ward.
Well, Taylor would be perfect. He's an everyday guy though.
Yeah. Huh?
He's playing third for the Angels.
That doesn't matter at all.
No, it doesn't.
Actually. So, but yeah, no. Enjoy London. You excited?
I am really, really, really excited. Yeah, I didn't let myself really get geeked up for it too much. It was just kind of happening or whatever. But now that it's here, I'm like, can't wait. If any IOPS listeners are going, definitely come say hi. We're going to be at the two of the Pass Young Avenue locations for the Friday and Monday shows. We're going to the game, the whole thing. It's gonna be awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Safe travels, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Are we doing high hopes over there?
So hopefully, if we do, I'll do the headphones.
Nice little time difference.
I do. I know. I get to do my show at 11 o'clock like a normal human being. It's unbelievable. I know. Nice. This guy.
It'll be good.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good.
So no excuses then. I don't need tired seltzer.
No, you will not tired seltzer. Yeah, I'll be sure.
Good. It'll be great. Until you fly back.
Then I'm a disaster.
I'm
going right back to 3 a.m. I'm like, oh god.
I'm happy they're playing in London.
Yes.
I don't love 4 off days.
Oh, I know. If I weren't flying, it would probably drive me absolutely crazy. But that's why they've played so many games so far. Yeah. But I'm with you. If I were like that, I'm sorry for that. Honestly, that would really bother me.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
I don't blame you. You watch other games, I guess. It's horrible. I know.
I don't know about that.
I know. Yeah, we know what you're gonna do. Time to dial up the 2014 Philadelphia Phillies yearbook or something like that.
No, 2024 draft.
Whatever. Oh yes. Honestly, you should be grateful.
You're right.
This is like you can actually get some work done here. Grind a little bit.
Right.
There we go.
Still all in on PJ Orlando.
Okay, good. I'm excited. Jack, I'm all in on whoever you're all in on.
Thank you.
That's my official draft. Yeah. All right. You got anything else?
I do not have anything else, but I hope they have Miller Lite in London for you.
They will. Let's go. Cross the pond, baby. It's gonna be awesome.
We also hold on.
Yes.
We did do a sit down interview with Keith Jones.
Oh yeah, check us out on the news. No big deal.
And he asked us, like, how do you think the series is gonna go? It's like, I don't know, man. It's like a 2-game.
Yeah, I was like, obviously they're gonna win. I was like, the Phillies are good and the Mets are bad.
Like, what if I said? I think they're gonna get swept. Like, I don't. Yeah.
You should have done a real high and been like, listen, man, I just want to split.
Live with a split.
I always go in like been super serious about it and like, listen, I go into every series just hoping to split. It's if it's a 2 or a 4, just get me a split. Get home with it with a win. I'll feel good.
I was like, it's not in my head. I'm like, it's not football.
Like, what are we talking about here?
It's not football. Like
the win.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're gonna go out there and sweep. but just for everyone listening, we live with the split. We always live with this way.
Yeah, just don't get spots in London.
Yeah, and take the over this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Take the over.
Is it a tiny stadium or something?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ball flew out last year.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go see some baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice long game for your boy. Yeah. All right. Seriously, if you're in London, hit me up.
It should have been us.
Which, yeah, well, that's the true outrage of it all. But
Tucker will be there.
yeah, Tucker will be there.
That's
Tucker
good.
and I will hang out. We'll let you know how it is. We'll figure out a pod. Hopefully, we'll make it happen. Maybe I'll get a Fritz solo. You'll definitely have final out. That'll be happening. So,
Well, and I'm doing leading off at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning.
oh,
yeah.
call in to Fritz at 8 a.m. on
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
morning. Get
That'll be
ready
great.
for
Gonna be
it.
in the living room.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm gonna be in the living room.
love it.
With some coffee.
Lots of coffees.
No,
man.
I'll be up.
Look at you. All right. We'll be back at some point. Yeah, Phillies. Oh, Brewers. 2 or 3. We're good.
Oh, always.
Okay.
They avoided Peralta, which is good.
It is good.
Yeah.
And the Rhys tonight,
And hopefully it doesn't go like Utley's. Like when Utley came back.
Yeah, no. Don't be crushing us, Rhys. Take your applause and
Bryce Wilson, Colin Ray, and the old NA on Wednesday.
Oh, love a good NA.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. They're gonna sweep. Yeah. All right, we'll be back later. Until then, he's Fritz himself.